everybody, Kyle here again at the Studebaker National Museum. I am upstairs in our temporary exhibition space where we currently have our Manufacturing Victory exhibit, which is chronicling defense production going all the way back to the 1800s, local defense production here in South Bend and Mishawaka with our friends next door at the History Museum. So this vehicle behind me, I know in my one of my previous videos I talked about an artillery carriage wheel, and now we have a whole vehicle with four wheels. So this is a World War I era Army ambulance, again built by Studebaker in 1917. And the first thing you might notice is it does not look like an ambulance you might be familiar with. And a lot of folks don't realize that during World War I, horse-drawn vehicles were still very much in use on the battlefields in Europe. And so this would have been pulled by two horses, again primarily used near the front to transport both soldiers, injured soldiers, and much needed medical supplies to and from the front. And this is largely because while motor vehicles were in use as well, especially later in the war as casualties were becoming higher, horse-drawn vehicles were a little more reliable. They could navigate some of the rougher terrain, especially when the earth is torn up from just shells being thrown around on these battlefields. And so yes, you have to feed the horses and move them where you need them to go, but they were a little more reliable and less prone to break down. So they were in use quite a bit. And so horses and other draft animals were a big part of the logistics chain in Europe at that time. And so this is a really neat piece. You'll notice that Studebaker didn't change their design a whole lot over the decades between the Civil War and the First World War when it came to this kind of wagon. So if you look on the inside, you'll notice there are two benches that could be folded up for sitting or patients laying down even, with iron legs. There are also these canvas sides that could be rolled up or down for increased ventilation. Obviously you have the apparatus up front for the horses. It would not have been a comfortable ride, we'll say that. But again, this was a good method to move both soldiers and supplies during the First World War. And obviously you get much later, you'll see a lot more motor vehicles being used, but a really neat piece. We have several other World War I era vehicles built by Studebaker here as part of the exhibition. Come on down, check it out, Manufacturing Victory through February of next year. Thanks so much.